I am Jamie Gilbert, also known as JPEG because every job I've ever had, somebody else has been called Jamie first. In one job, I actually had the name. I was getting emails from somebody else called for somebody else called Jamie that happened to have the same name before me. So that's why I go as JPEG, and that seems to have caught on well. So a little bit about me. I'm a self-described open source software nerd. Um, I've been working with open source software since I was a teenager, installing and breaking Linux on my home PC and other situations. And since then moved into science with a background in computational biology, looking at kind of plant networks and cell networks in microorganisms. And now I've moved into healthcare analytics for Janssen. And it's an absolute privilege to actually get to work in science and develop open source software. That's what attracted me to Odyssey. And that's what attracts me to this community. And it's really a pleasure to actually get to do this day in, day out. And you probably know me for developing software like cohort diagnostics and maybe other software that's less well used, but there's also important self-controlled cohort package, which has led into utilities like Reward and other Hades software that we use. And so that's a little bit about me. Really, you probably know cohort diagnostics, which is what we're all developing all the time. Kind of this is the new interface for cohort diagnostics, which is going to be released very soon when I get a chance to fix all of the bugs, of which there are many. And so my day-to-day in Odyssey is normally looking at a screen like this, which is the issue tracker for GitHub. And any day I'll probably have to look at several issues which make their way into it, which is super useful that people submit them. So really what I wanted to kind of actually turn this talk into is less about me and more about how Hades and Odyssey needs you. I think like speaking to people at the Odyssey Symposium, I think there is still an intimidating factor into joining any open source project. And I don't want people to feel intimidated. I want people to feel like they can help because really, you don't need to be able to code. You can just use the package, and then when you inevitably find an issue, just go to the issue tracker, search it, see if the issue's already been submitted, or if you've got a new issue, add it. We will try and get to it based on how important it is and how difficult it is to fix. And just reading documentation, finding any errors, of which there are probably many. Just in cohort diagnostics, we like people to kind of build test cases for the different diagnostic steps, like when and why are you using this package, how are you using it, and just actually going through all of these issues and finding any new features you might want to add. But if you are the rare breed of a programmer who actually wants to commit code to the stack, please don't feel scared. We have a standard, and the objective is to try and get everyone to work to that standard. So we'll work with you to try and get any code into the tools. Don't just let your custom code sit lying in some private repository. Come and help us. Make all our software better. And yeah, we want you to submit new features, pull requests, review code, suggest improvements, and write any tests or anything you can do to kind of help us come along on this journey. And yeah, I forgot to add a thank you slide, which is not arrogance, it's just genuinely forgetting, I swear. But I need to thank everyone in Oda, my team at J&J, led by Patrick, specifically my boss, Chris Knoll, who you'll see has done so much for the Odyssey community and is a great mentor. Just the amount of issues that he has to fix, and you'll see how busy he is every week just working on open source code. And then I have to thank, the Hades team led by Martine, who, is tirelessly leading both methods development and software development, which I find amazing that he has both the time, energy, and I don't know, patience to do all of that. And then obviously Patrick for leading this community, and then anyone who's ever submitted anything to the Hades stack deserves this award as much as me, because that's what it's really about, is coming together and just trying to find a way of actually making this better. So thank you.